When you hear home insurance, you might think it's complicated, but getting a better rate on your home insurance doesn't have to be confusing or time consuming. Allstate is here to help.
Check Allstate first, and you could save $574 on your home insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Handsome Pod. I'm one of your handsome hosts, May Martin. I'm joined, of course, by my handsome co-host,
Fortune Feimster.
Take Notaro.
Clean entry.
Yes.
No
Nailed
fuss,
the landing.
no fuss, no mess, just right in there.
No fuss, no mess. That's what we like around here at the Handsome Pod.
We hate a mess.
Exactly. Hate it.
Happy weekend.
Oh man, yeah. Happy weekend to you.
Yeah, we're neck deep in the middle of a play date this morning.
Oh no way.
Yeah. Kids start early.
I thought it was just like
that
one
is
of your
early.
friends.
Yeah.
What time did the play day start?
Well, it's I'll be honest, 10 minutes ago, right when I got
And
on.
you were like, well, have fun, guys.
yeah. Yeah. But
Nobody
it's still like
touched the knives.
yeah.
Mommy's gotta go do a
Stephanie's down
podcast.
there. Stephanie's down there.
All right.
But
When the kids have a play date, it's because like in their minds they're going to be just hanging out with their friends, but then they do kind of need help with what to do, right? Like
what do
are
you
they
mean with what to do?
well, like they kind of need a grown up to be like, why don't you guys do this?
Oh
Or-
no.
No?
Tell
me.
No. They have a plan, and it's to play basketball. And they are also going to do their Pokemon battles.
I see.
And I guess they trade Pokemon, and then there's another game called Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And they have Yu-Gi-Oh! Battles. So their friends that are coming over, everybody knows what the business is about.
There's
Yeah.
probably a really niche group of people who are Handsome Pod fans and Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle fans who are like, finally!
the crossover they've been
Have you
waiting
ever heard of
for.
it?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Rings a bell. I know Pokemon battles are huge. Fortune, are you a big Pokemon battler? Or?
I definitely am not. I'm not into what's the right word? Nerd stuff. I'm kidding. It's like little boy stuff. I just never like all little boys love Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I think my kids have taken it up a notch, a nerd notch.
To a nerd notch.
Yeah, they took it up a nerd notch to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Stephanie sent me a video of these two boys, your boys, at an adult Pokemon battle event where it's all these men with ponytails who are just sitting deadly serious, and they're grown, they're in their 30s, 40s, sitting at a table, and then the camera just pans over in this perfect reveal of these tiny two redheaded 8-year-olds just fully like, these are our people.
That's amazing.
It's so funny also imagining you and Stephanie bringing them there. Like, you guys are so out of place in that world.
Well, I'll be honest, I wasn't there, but Stephanie was there, and and she said the men that were there didn't even notice her.
Really?
And yeah, she said that kind of hit her later, like, oh yeah, they don't even know I'm here.
That
Yeah,
is so
they were-
funny.
Deeply, deeply immersed in their game.
Yeah.
And it's like they're speaking another language. They're just like, well, the attack points are level 4 at the moment. So,
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is this game that they play. There's math, and you have to do
Then I'm
math
out.
in the battle, and I'm just like, oh my god, just go kick a ball,
Yeah.
which they do.
Oh, ball, please.
Go throw a ball, do something. But
They lost me at math. I can't.
oh my god, they lost me at Yu-Gi-Oh! Math.
I still use a tip calculator.
what's a tip
You can't do
calculator?
20%.
It's more of like when it's like 22 or 23, it's an odd. It's not. It's an odd number.
$22.
is
The tip
easy.
would be $4.40.
I swear to God, and some of us just don't do math.
Okay, listen, I'm the one that has barely an education, but I know how to do the. I told somebody how to do a tip calculation, and it changed her life and blew her mind. And it's so simple.
It's like if the bill was like $80, 10%'s 8 and 20% 16.
Well, yeah, you just double the first number there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still like, even as you're talking about it, and I know it's simple, I'm getting like a lump in my throat. Like I'm going to cry like in grade 8 when I just didn't understand. Because I'm like, I know that sounds simple, but my mind's saying, what if it's like, doesn't that only work if it's a small number?
No, it keeps working.
It actually keeps doing what it's doing.
One time I was 12 and I was going on a date with Jamie Griffin, and my mom let us go out for dinner by ourselves, and she gave me $80 to go for dinner. Which
Was Jamie male, female, non-binary kid?
Jamie was a boy with a mushroom cut, and I was crazy about this kid. Oh my God.
And you had to pay though?
Yeah, I wanted to take him out.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to wine and dine him. And so I think it was my birthday. My mom said, take Jamie Griffin, take him out. And I was like, we're going for sushi.
Show him a nice time.
How old were you?
8.
12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah.
12? You're eating sushi at 12? I was like, get that. I don't think I even knew what sushi was at 12.
I think I was getting like a chicken teriyaki bento box.
Got it.
Truth comes out.
There was this place like 2 blocks from my house. So my mom let us go. So Jamie was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, he just wanted to have pizza and watch a movie. But I was like, we're going to sushi. So we go, and I have my $80, and the bill was like, I don't know, $18 total for both of us.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't, I was so anxious about calculating the tip.
You left it all?
I left the $80. So then and my mom was expecting a lot of change. And then, so we're walking out of the restaurant, and then the waitress kindly chases after us and is like, excuse me, you left all your money. Like, this is way too much. And I was like, nope, I meant to. Yep. Nope, I intended to. And I like insisted on leaving it all. And then I got home. My mom was like, where's the rest of the cash? Poor Jamie was just like, this family's fucked.
Poor Jamie
just probably thought you were a baller.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, you know who didn't think I was a baller?
Who?
The person I tipped when I was in I can't remember where I was overseas, and somebody told me that the way to tip was to go up to the waiter or waitress, look them in the eye, place the money in their hand, and say thank you, and put the tip in their hand. And because I had just arrived to town, and we had gone to a really nice restaurant, me and my friend, we found like the nicest restaurant in the city. And so I wasn't familiar with how to use the money. I wasn't, I had my meal, and I was saying thank you and tipping. And the longer we were there traveling, I realized I had looked that person in the eye, said thank you, and put essentially a penny in their the palm of their hand, and confidently walked off like,
oh no,
yeah, you can keep all of that.
Like the thank you must have seemed like code for fuck you. Like, thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was so mortifying. Like when it all clicked for me, like this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have some breaking news.
Oh, wow.
I did something that you will not believe I did.
Oh, okay. Wait, can we guess?
Wait,
sure.
do we need a breaking news sound effect?
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun. Breaking
Whoa.
news.
Imagine if that was the
thought
one on
you
the
were-
news.
I thought you were going to use the little machine that has sound effects.
I know. I had to switch to a different machine because there was a buzz.
The sound effect you did sounded like what's her name's coming on the stage. I can't remember.
Merman?
Sure, might as well be her.
You know how
Dun, 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 dun.
bum bum Bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam. Ethel
Hey.
Merman. Hello, everybody. It's me, Ethel. Who wants a show? I'm ready to perform for you. Because I'm Ethel Merman.
Banana.
Well, that was your breaking news song. I don't know what you want from me.
I
So
wanted
we're
a
ready
breaking
for your
news song.
breaking news.
Should we guess what the news is?
So
So
Tig
it's something
did
that
something.
we would never expect you to do,
Yeah.
like trampoline park,
No.
Go-karts.
No.
laser
You
tag.
kissed a man on screen for acting purposes.
Nope.
You got your cooter waxed.
Fortune Marie. Fortune Marie. How dare you?
I wish that was the breaking news.
And I've got a code for all of you handsome listeners.
Dun, 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 dun.
I negotiated a code for 15% off
For all our listeners. The code is ouch.
Okay, so that's not it.
Nope.
You
Okay.
ate a Big Mac.
Nope.
Oh God, that would be more shocking than the cooter wax.
What if I made a day of it? I went out to eat at McDonald's, or I went out to eat, had a Big Mac, got the old cooter waxed,
Went on a trampoline.
went on a trampoline.
Oh God.
Okay.
Geez, I think I'm out of guesses.
Me too. That was all I got.
I binged a TV show,
Whoa, that is out there for you.
Baby Reindeer.
Oh yeah,
I
That's a
knew
good
it was
one.
going to be that.
Yeah. Have you both seen it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I have not binged a show in a long time, and I was telling Stephanie that, like, I feel like this is why I don't watch things, because
you get sucked in.
well, no, because I don't get sucked in. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fine, all right, sure. Seen this before. I just have not seen anything that raw and intense and seemingly honest, like things that, like, why would you even put that out there if that wasn't true? It doesn't make you look terribly great.
I will say I know Richard from the UK, and he's super talented. And I remember when Baby Reindeer was a stage show first, and so because he was on the circuit and around everywhere, and then he suddenly came out with this incredible stage show that was pretty much that. Well, it was that story, and it just like blew London away, and then how amazing is it Jess Gunning playing?
Oh yeah, she was incredible.
Yeah. Oh
Is
my
that
God.
the woman?
Yeah, playing.
Oh my
the
gosh, I kept
stalker.
telling Stephanie, I was like, I keep forgetting that this is an actor.
I know,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
unbelievable.
I kept forgetting that was an actor. Did he really have a video that went viral?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think like elements were fictionalized for sure. Well, I think it was the stage show that happened that started getting written about.
Yeah.
And then maybe she became aware of that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Man,
Either way, I was truly floored. I was like, wow. I mean, even his acting,
yeah.
every little thing was so well done. Anyway,
You know what? It's such a good example of like, I feel like sometimes the big streamers and stuff are like, we got to make stuff that just appeals to the broadest number of people, and they're so second guessing themselves all the time.
Yeah.
And it's such a good example of like a really specific authored story where they just let someone, it's a small budget. He just made it in the UK and had total control, and of course it blows up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point, and something for people to remember, because you hear it all the time, like, no, we don't want those little tiny nuanced stories and characters, and then you see this and it's like, oh my Lord, it's so well done. I think I was really blown away.
Yeah.
That's all. I just thought I'd blow you away and say
at you,
I actually watched something.
Binged. I'm picturing you like just for some reason like 10 inches from the screen, like just all the light of the screen.
Oh,
glowing.
no. I was lounging on the couch real far back. But we did have a moment where Stephanie and I had a boohoo together during the series.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you
a
point at your
unifying
face?
boohoo.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm crying.
Yeah. I'm great.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
Did
we
you have popcorn.
No, we didn't have popcorn. That's a good question, though. Thank you,
you.
Fortune.
Sprinkle some Dyke dust on the popcorn?
No, just shoveling Dyke dust in without anything else.
Have you? Oh, I was gonna ask something inappropriate, but
Do
I kind of want to know.
Let's
Do
hear
it. Let's
Okay, but
hear
it might be. I might have to edit it out. It might be.
Finally, somebody else is going to ask something inappropriate.
Have you guys ever, not necessarily in your current relationships, but in any relationship, I feel like there's a specific type of like hooking up that happens when you're both watching a show and you're kind of still paying attention to the show and you're kind of just slugs and like someone just gets someone off.
Oh,
But I mean, not to Baby Reindeer, that would be
never
inappropriate.
happened to me.
Is this inappropriate? It's like one of my favorite ways. It's one of my favorite ways.
How much do you think you're paying in subscriptions every month? The answer is probably more than you think. Over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I definitely did. Like the time I subscribed to a streaming service for over a year before I realized I had never even used it once. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones that I forgot about.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps. I went in and used it myself, and I was shocked at how much I was saving.
Rocket Money has over 5 billion users and has saved a total of 500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/handsome. That's rocketmoney.com/handsome. rocketmoney.com/handsome.
If you're a homeowner who doesn't want to deal with switching your home insurance, we understand. Switching can feel like a big task. That's why Allstate is dedicated to helping you find the lowest home insurance rate possible, as fast as possible.
Check Allstate first and you could save $574 on your home insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Because it's like,
I like one eye on the television and one eye on the you know what.
One eye on the motorboating.
I think I need to explain more. Okay.
So you're like, do
you really need to explain
Yeah,
more?
we have a pretty clear picture of it. So you're on the couch watching a show, and then all of a sudden you get busy.
I know. I'm sorry, it's early for this, but I think what I like about it.
I just left a play date for this.
I think what I like about it is when I'm watching a show, and this could go either way, and like, let's say the person I'm watching the show with, that they're kind of only half paying attention to what they're doing. They just like put their hand down my pants or something. And it's hot that they're not even really paying attention to me. They're just watching the TV show.
Must be a boring show.
Or I'm boring because they're just watching it, and then I'm just like next to them on the couch. Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
Isn't that what Popeye makes? Didn't Popeye make?
I think so.
Oh, you're right.
Olive.
Anyways,
2 against 1 is what I have to say.
I can totally see that happening to you, May, though. Just because
honestly, I
think
can see anything happening
you would
to May.
invite that a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like
I'm more of like, hey, we're watching a show. Come on.
Here's some popcorn.
I would have popcorn butterfingers. Nobody wants that.
Right. I'm like, let's say you're hungover from the night before.
I don't know. I could see May being into like, I love popcorn butterfingers.
Oh my God. I draw the line. Actually,
I feel like there's few situations that you would be in, May, where that wouldn't be off the table.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think what situations.
Like maybe not like a public thing where a bunch of people are around, and you probably would be more not into that. But like,
but notice Fortune said probably.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be an exhibitionist.
Who
We
know?
don't
All
know.
we see right now is May's head and shoulders. We have no idea what's going
happening
on
down there?
Yeah, or like what sort of visitor might be in the
Yeah,
room.
did someone crawl into your room?
Yeah.
No, I draw the line at during the handsome pod. That is off limits.
Thank
Hey.
you. Thank
This
you.
is a sacred time.
Because we're chatting with friends
Friends
on the
on the
handsome
handsome
pod.
Dun 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 dun. Or
No
whatever.
hanky panky. Cheers.
No, but like even like Netflix and chill, like that phrase is like you put. But I guess in that scenario, whoever you stop watching.
Yeah,
And
you're
you hook up.
purposely watching something that you aren't that interested in, don't you think?
So, but wait, what is it called when you actually just want to watch Netflix and chill?
I guess
That's called binging.
I think it's called like you go no actually Netflix and chill.
Okay. All right.
I think if you specify.
Because I feel like I could see myself getting caught up in a weird situation if somebody was like, want to come over and Netflix and chill or whatever. And I'd
You're
be
like,
yeah,
yes.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
And then
And then you show up and I'm there with my Butterfingers.
popcorn butterfingers.
Old Butterfingers over there and won't keep it out of your pants.
Oh my god.
Well, look at you binging.
I know. If there are other shows like that, let me know. I love dark.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dark.
I love dark. Like a movie that I was very into was Dancer in the Dark with Bjork.
Oh my god,
never
really?
saw
yeah.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dancing in the dark.
It's so depressing, Dancer in the Dark.
Yeah.
It's like
And like Boys Don't Cry.
yeah,
That kind of stuff.
Okay, you want like true trauma.
what you would
Devastated.
be-
I like leaving something devastated.
Oh well, all of us
Wow.
strangers I wept in recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's a love story, but it is devastating.
Okay.
Would you be into a heartbreaking story that starts with high schoolers and goes into college? Or is that too young?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That show Normal People made
Oh,
me
yeah,
so
yeah.
sad.
Well, if people could write in, tell me the most devastating movies and TV shows they've ever seen, that's what I'm looking for.
What about Steel Magnolias? Shelby!
I haven't seen that.
Shelby!
I'm assuming that's a quote from Steel Magnolia. I haven't seen it.
Oh, May. It's really more of a gym for us Southern folks.
Okay.
They
I
had
saw
a-
that.
They had
I
a groom's cake that was an armadillo cake with red velvet. I mean, how do you appeal to a Southern person more than a red velvet armadillo cake?
can I have a joke for you?
Oh, good.
Great, a joke.
Yes. Well, I'm jumping around. I'm like
Yeah,
crazy
well-
here today.
Well,
I
you're
know.
binging things. You're just a different person.
Play date. Okay, here comes a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I guess it's not to get to the other side.
No.
Because it
Yes?
had it had somewhere to be.
That's right, May.
Yeah.
It had somewhere to be.
Yeah.
That's right. That is right, my friend.
Yes.
It had somewhere to be.
Wait, I can't
it have
tell if
somewhere to
you're
be?
joking. Did I actually guess it?
You didn't, but it was utterly precious.
Oh,
Because it had somewhere to be.
I really thought that might. Okay.
No, I know, but the
know.
answer is to prove to the armadillo that it could be done.
Wow.
That's for the Southerners.
Thank you.
They are just dead on the side of the road.
Oh, is that
like,
right?
Yeah, they're so
Endlessly.
slow. They
Just
turn into a red velvet
dead.
cake.
Yeah.
Have you ever hit an animal with your car?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Must
Sorry.
we go into this?
Oh, you said you like dark. I'm in baby.
Well, I don't like real, like,
Oh.
I mean,
You
I know
guys.
these other stories are real, of course, but I don't want to like reminisce about, I
You
ran over a
guys,
squirrel.
Tell me the craziest story. When did you kill an animal?
Oh my God. Welcome to our comedy podcast.
Things like, no, thank you.
yeah. I think that's one of my big fears of learning to drive is
As animals.
hitting a little bird or something.
At least you're not like on like a bunch of country roads in LA.
Yeah.
Are there country roads in
Country
LA?
roads take me home to
To
the
place
place I
I belong.
West
Virginia.
My
Mountain
mama, take me home. LA roads.
Hollywood Boulevard.
What is this podcast?
Sometimes you can't avoid it, May, and that's unfortunate, but you do the best you can.
Can we recreate the chicken cross the road? And you answer just very knowingly and confident?
Me?
Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road?
He had somewhere to be.
That's right. So should we go into our question?
Yes,
Sure.
we should.
Okay, that was a sort of chaotic opening chunk. I liked it. We jumped around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We were, as they say in the biz, all over the place.
They also say that outside of the biz, I think.
I know that like every guest that we have, we say that we're excited. This one for me is huge. And I have to kind of downplay it in my home where I live because I think if Parvati knew what a fan of this person, of Jeff Probst, that I was, I think she'd be a little concerned. Jeff Probst, to me, I mean, I've watched every episode of Survivor, as you know, probably multiple times. I'm a huge fan. And to me, Jeff Probst, he's the heart of the show. He's like King Solomon to me. Like on that show, he's got no earpiece in. He's rolling with the punches and he's having to respond instantly to kind of moral dilemmas. Sometimes there's a medical emergency. Sometimes there's a controversy or something. And I just feel like his judgment is always fair. I feel like I want him, like, I trust him with my life. I could see a video of him committing a murder, running over an armadillo, and I would still be like, he probably was in the right. Like,
that's my guy.
Were you saying running over an armadillo is a murder?
Like you should go to prison for that?
Well, that's an interesting question, actually. Yeah.
Here is my question about Survivor. I know we're trying to introduce this man, but is Survivor really like people climbing trees and eating bugs and really trying to survive, or do they get like a PB&J on the side?
Okay. I'm so glad you asked. I mean, I really could write a PhD thesis on the evolution of the game. I would say in the early days of Survivor, in the first few seasons, the actual survival element was really paramount. Like in Survivor Africa, they had no water. They were so thirsty, and people lose insane amounts of weight. Now in the current year, because you can win reward challenges, so you could win a prize of some food, like some nachos or something.
Nachos?
Yeah.
Really?
You know
like out
love
on an island?
You know what I love in Africa and the Outback is some nachos.
Oh, wait. So you're not always on...
It changes locations.
No, now
you're
it's
not always on an island.
Now they're always on Fiji.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they used to change locations, and now
they were like, what are we doing? This is a lot of work for ourselves.
Well, exactly, yeah. And so, yeah, now they get no rice, no beans, and they can win those things. So, yeah, people are really hungry. There's been crazy medical emergencies.
I'm sorry. I feel like I missed something. They get no rice, no beans, but they do get nachos?
Okay.
I'm truly confused.
So
explaining Survivor to Tig is the best.
I know.
I'm sorry. I just have a question.
But truly, how do you deny people rice and beans, but you're like,
you
here, loaded nachos?
Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say there's an endurance challenge where the players are competing to see who will be safe at the vote. Like if you win this immunity idol, then you can't be voted out. So everybody has to hold their arm up in the air for as long as they can.
I'm out already.
You're out?
I'm already out. My arms hurting looking at you doing
You
this.
haven't even
How are
tried
you going
it.
to get the nachos?
I'm not going to have nachos, nor rice or beans. I'm going to be freaking starving.
But this is the thing, and this is the beauty of Jeff Probst, is his sort of devilishness is like you'll be standing there and you're competing, and then he'll come out with a plate of nachos and he'll say, if anyone feels safe and they want to give up the chance to win immunity,
I'm going for those
drop
nachos.
your arm.
You couldn't pay me to go on to a show like that.
Really?
I don't want to survive I just want to live my life.
Right.
I just want to live my life. The whole time was on that show, I'd be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I could be touring right now. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm standing on a pole, holding my arm up, trying to get nachos.
What if we just did a Survivor with the three of us?
Well, May did the Survivor thing for their birthday.
Yeah, so we could get that company to these guys who run like Survivor in a day. They're
See, I
just
don't even know if I
fans.
want to do that.
You don't want to do that
Fortune,
even?
you don't want to do that. You
I'll
just want the
sit there
nachos
with
when you want the
nachos.
nachos.
I'll watch you guys while I eat nachos.
I don't know about all you handsomes out there, but I'm totally ready for summer. My skin? That's another story. It's dry, burns easily, and honestly, it could use a little TLC. Good thing I've got OneSkin.
For a limited time, our listeners will get an exclusive 15% off their first OneSkin purchase using the code HANDSOME when you check out at oneskin.co. I've been using OneSkin myself, and it works great with this sensitive old skin of mine. I've been out in the sun a lot in the past few weeks, and OneSkin sunscreen has been working great to keep me protected and comfortable out there.
OneSkin is more than skincare. It's about skin longevity, targeting the root causes of aging to help you look and feel your best at every age. Get started today with 15% off using code HANDSOME at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code HANDSOME. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. It's time to expect more from your skincare routine. Invest in the health of your skin with OneSkin.
Do you love the Golden Girls? Then we are so excited to tell you about the Golden Girls Deep Dive Podcast, a hilarious new podcast recapping everyone's favorite sitcom, The Golden Girls. The Golden Girls Deep Dive Podcast is more than just a recap show because they have a full-time researcher on their team, so each episode is packed with fun facts and little-known trivia about the show, and at the end of each episode, the host gives you a fully researched deep dive into something fascinating from the Golden Girls universe.
How about this one? Did you know that Bea Arthur was a truck driver in the Marines before becoming an actress? Or how about that rumored on-set feud between Bea Arthur and Betty White? The Golden Girls Deep Dive team has done the research, and they are going to tell you all about it.
Hosted by true crime-obsessed Patrick Hines and Broadway scene stealer Jennifer Simard, the Golden Girls Deep Dive podcast premiered at the top of Apple and Spotify's podcast charts just a few weeks ago and already has hundreds of 5-star reviews. So grab your cheesecake and head to the lanai as you follow the Golden Girls Deep Dive podcast wherever you listen. Kudos to people. I
thought you were going to say cooter.
Cooter to people who want to do it.
Cooters.
I get it. They want to. People like to test themselves, be challenged. I'm not that gal.
No,
you don't like a challenge.
I don't. I mean, I like a challenge in that, like, here was a difficult task in life that I overcame, but that doesn't involve me in the wilderness,
like balancing on a on a narrow ledge in the ocean. Oh,
I hit a milestone in my career, not like I started a fire with a twig and a pine cone. I don't know.
Well, that's not going to work.
Even though I was a Girl Scout, we all know this.
Oh, God. Must we reminisce again?
If anybody was, set up for success with Survivor, it's us that were former
the Girl Scouts.
I don't know. I think Canadians have an advantage.
I do think Canadians would be good at this.
Yeah, but really, it's more about the social dynamics and the politics than it is.
Yeah, because everybody's backstabbing each other.
But wait, aren't you all really nice Canadians?
Yeah, I don't know.
But put into those situations.
Oh.
Because Parvati's really nice, but Parvati was just on that traitor show and was a traitor.
Maybe that's part of why it's such a fun fantasy when you're watching it, because it's like you have license to cheat and lie and deceive for once in your life. You can just be so self-interested, and you do form real relationships that help you get through to the end. But
would you do it, May, Survivor?
I always thought I'm too self-conscious, like about my skin and stuff like that. But now that I feel better about my body, like since top surgery and stuff, I'm 37. I'm thinking if maybe in a couple years, I'm going to give up everything and just beg to be on Survivor.
Why do you have to give up everything to do it?
Because I think I'm going to humiliate myself and my career will be over. I think something will happen. I'm allergic to coconuts, first of all, and that's like the main thing they eat and
That is
drink.
true.
I think you should give up everything.
Do you think I should?
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
I think
give
I'll
up everything.
preemptively, I'll give up everything.
Give it up.
Can you stay with the pod though?
Yeah,
We're having a good time.
Yeah,
We've made it past April and everything.
Oh, but you know what? When you do the podcast from the island, you're going to have to use a coconut earphone and like a coconut microphone. You know how they did on like Gilligan's Island and stuff.
I might get a rash.
Your ear's going to twitch.
I might get a rash on my face from the coconut recording device.
Should we introduce this guy?
Oh, I
Yes.
guess we should.
Yeah,
We're on
okay.
a real tangent today.
Okay, so that's all I'll say. Jeff Probst, he's an iconic TV producer and host. He had his own talk show. He's a brilliant speaker. And look, do I know the guy? No, I have no idea what he's like.
I've seen him on hikes. I go, "What up?" He goes, "What up, Fortune?" I say, "What up, Jeff?"
I can't believe you waited
we
this long to say
give
that.
each other a little nod. Oh, what's up, Jeff? What's up, Fortune?
Mm-hmm.
He's always very nice.
I've never met him.
I'll tell you this. He's handsome.
Oh, is he ever? He's like Tom Cruise.
Fortune, you need to calm down.
He's a handsome man, and he's now on Handsome asking a question.
Should we hear what he has to say?
Yeah, let's hear. 40 minutes in.
Hey, Handsome Pod. Jeff Probst from Survivor. Honored to be on your podcast. Usually I see Fortune when she's walking Fryman Canyon. Tig, last time I saw you was backstage at a Sia concert in the Hollywood Bowl. And May, we haven't met, but we have a mutual acquaintance, so I feel like I know you a little bit from that. All right, here's my question. Do our cells know the difference between a physical experience and an emotional experience? Here's what I mean. Let's take you're a sports fan and you're watching your favorite team from the comfort of your couch with a bowl of nachos, and your team wins and you go, "We won! Yes! Fuck, we won! We got him!" Do your cells actually believe that you won? Did you get that experience even though you didn't play? That is my question of the day.
Whoa.
Well, he did not disappoint. I mean, he mentioned the hike. He said my name. He mentioned nachos. And then he asked a really philosophical question.
You were beaming the whole time.
He also mentioned meeting me at
Oh,
Sia.
sorry. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's not
met
forget.
him.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's such a good question. Do your cells know the difference between a real experience and like a vicarious experience?
I feel like they don't, personally.
They did a study and your brain responds the same when you're looking at a real apple. Your brain like spikes in certain ways, and when you close your eyes and they say imagine that apple, your brain responds in the exact same way.
See, I was right. And also, apples are my favorite fruit.
You're kidding.
No.
I love them. I eat a crispy apple every day of my life. I'm trying to keep the doctor away, let's be honest.
What brand? What type?
I love what are they called?
Don't say Granny Smith.
No.
Honeycrisp, Fuji.
Yeah, what did you say the first one?
Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp. Oh my Lord, Honeycrisp.
Oh my goodness.
Honeycrisp. When you got a crisp Honeycrisp, get out of my way. I love those.
But think about the other fruit options. You got
Look, I love fruit. I love a golden
Nanner
kiwi.
this morning.
I had a banana too.
I had a nanner too.
We all had nanners.
This is our first time to be 3 on the same page.
three nanners.
Yeah, I had peanut butter with my banana.
I had almond butter with my nanner.
Oh,
I had mine
Lord.
straight.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah. No, I love golden kiwi, as I mentioned. Love those.
So if you close your eyes right now and you picture that Honeycrisp apple,
My mouth starts watering.
it's
Truly.
like you're having it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah. I am Pavlov's dog.
So I use that VR headset, you know?
For what?
Well, I used to use it for working out, but it does have, and this is, I know you already said that you're not into nerd stuff, Fortune. And
I might be into this. You never know.
there is a Star Wars game
I'm
on.
out.
Oh.
I'm
You're
still
out?
in. I'm still in.
Are you okay, Tig?
Yeah.
Can I bring it round to your house one time, and Max and Finn can try it, and you can try it? It's
No.
a VR. No.
No, I do
Then
not
they'll
want
be
them
hooked
near
on
that.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
They
shit.
still think they have iPads and they don't. They
Really?
have tablets
Right.
that are like 8 years old that don't do anything, and they call them iPads in front of their friends.
What? Because it's like crack cocaine. Like you don't want them to get a taste of VR.
that
Well, I
tech
just don't think
stuff.
there's any reason to like hurry them into
Right.
that kind of world.
Okay, so then it's you
fair.
and me privately.
Yeah.
We're in a room.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
eating
Star Wars
nachos.
game. Fortune's there eating nachos and watching, and it's basically a narrative virtual reality story where you discover that you have the Force. It's so realistic. You're flying the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
The Empire captures you, and you basically the whole thing takes about 6 hours, but you can play it in chunks. But by
6 hours.
Who
I got
has
things
this
to
time?
do.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're in escape rooms and like playing Star Wars for 6 hours.
I don't know if you guys have 6 hours to spare one afternoon.
I mean, like if somebody writes me too long of a text or email, I'm like, oh boy,
I'm
this is
guilty of
homework.
that. I am.
Okay.
I get wordy.
but by the end of this game, you battle Darth Vader and you defeat him. And I have to say
6
that
hours later.
when I played this game, it was so real. And by the end of it, I really felt like I'd grown as a person. Like I had faced a fear. I felt like I'd had the experience of battling an enemy and conquering him. And because it's scary, I really was like, I'm a better person at
So
the
you're
end.
thinking your cells were like believing that this was true.
Oh, are you trying to bring it back to topic?
Yeah. No, that's why I brought it up. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
I'm not just randomly like, you guys played this game? No, I think my cells were like, you use the Force. Like they really
Yeah. I
yeah.
truly have never thought about my cells.
You need to spend some time thinking about them.
Like, yeah, I mean, this is very foreign to me. Of like, what are my cells thinking? I don't know.
Yeah, actually, when you put it that way, that
You know
is
what I
kind
mean?
of a head fuck. Actually, like
I'm like, I don't know what they're up to. I just
Yeah.
assumed that they were just being. They were just there.
Well, you gotta take care of your cells because when they start misbehaving,
True.
Uh-oh.
You don't want the bad cells. 'Cause that
No.
leads to what? The cancer, right?
yeah, sure.
I guess you could put it like your body intelligence, like what your body knows. Like, does your
Well, so having no information, would you guess that your cells are
know the difference between
Yeah.
like are you watch sports, right? So like when
Yeah.
a team that you support wins and you feel that elation, do you think it's almost like you won?
Like I'm part of the team. I definitely get like way too into it. And I won't have watched the entire season. I watched like the World Series, and suddenly I'm like screaming at the television
Yeah.
and like so invested in it. That in that moment, it does feel like my cells are they're
God.
part of the game.
I am not that person.
Even like with the Super Bowl when you guys all watched, you're like,
I
To
get
me,
into it.
it's more of a social gathering, and I'm happy to have friends and family over and have our nachos and chat. And like if somebody scores, I'm like, oh, great. And then I find out that's not our team, but it doesn't matter to me. Like
right.
I think it's awesome. Like I love going to see Max and Finn play basketball and baseball and all their sports and stuff. But I'm certainly not a parent that is screaming at them on the
They're like,
sideline.
why is Tig cheering the opponent scoring?
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah, everybody wins.
Yeah, I don't know. I love having people over for things like that, but I don't feel connected to it.
I'm like you, Fortune, where I can not follow the whole like the European Cup soccer. I was on vacation with my girlfriend at the time, and then a couple who I used to date, and there was this whole like
Wait,
sexual.
go back.
Yeah, rewind.
I used to
There
date
was like
this.
you used to date a couple.
Yeah, I had been dating
Oh.
this couple,
Nice.
and then
Go back.
We
And
had sort
how
of-
do you end
we
up
have
dating
some-
a couple?
We have some follow up questions.
Yeah.
they were my.
I mean,
you and I
imagine
are-
if I
Tig,
just
you and I are
casually.
very boring. compared
We
to
are
me.
so boring. I was just telling that to Stephanie the other day. I was like, I love that I don't have complicated stuff going on in my life, that I don't have to remember any weird things or, like I just, at any given hour of the day, I'm shuffling around the house, I'm petting the cats.
I feel that way now. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's no better feeling.
How was it dating a couple?
I was a friend of mine, and I'd always had a crush on him, and then he was dating this amazing woman, and then I think we were just at a party and we all got really drunk, and then she came up and was like, "Oh, can we make out?" And I was like, "Well, what's he gonna think?" And she was like, "He's fine with it." And I was like, "Is he?" And then he was like, "Yeah, I am." And then we were all and then we all hooked up, and it was so good that we were like, "We should do this again." And then we started like doing it
How
quite
long
a bit.
were you dating?
This was like on and off, kind of whenever I was single for 5 or 6 years. Like,
Did you ever get into like a group argument or like,
No.
no, I want to go see this movie?
Right.
no, it was one of the healthiest romantic things I've ever had.
Because it was kind of casual still, right? Like you guys.
Did you say I love you?
I mean, I do love them. So I probably,
Or did you say I love yous?
I love yous. I love yous.
I love you guys.
No wonder you can't watch Netflix without things happening.
Without
you just had a lot of
chilling.
options.
One funny thing did happen where me and the woman were like kind of making fun of him because he was so
Me
silent.
and the woman.
Me and
Sounds
the
like a
woman.
real special place
Me and the woman.
where she's landed in your heart.
We were like, "You're so silent during sex. Like you're really you don't say a word." And we were like, "Say something like kind of dirty." And he goes, "I'm the luckiest man in the world." That was what he said. And we were like, "What an angel!"
He really was.
Yeah, what a sweet. We love. Yeah, it was really nice.
And by the way, we don't ask out of judgment. It's more like Tig and I are so boring and want to know.
Speak for
because
yourself.
You are too. That we are envious of May's full life.
I think they are still. They are still open. They're married now, and they're still in an open marriage, and it really works for them. They're one of the only examples I know where it really seems to work for them.
Well, you know how it works for people is that they're open and honest about it. The ones that don't work are the ones that are in an open thing and they're still being secretive. I've heard of that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that is always the answer to everything, is being as honest and upfront about everything. And then things shake out. Yeah, I have no judgment. I find it fascinating because I am not built for that.
Yeah.
At all in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't speak to me, but it's more
really,
like, whoa, tell me everything.
Yeah, I'm more fascinated by like the workings of it.
Yeah.
It's really like it really has evolved for me, and I think it depends on who I'm with and how I'm feeling. But yeah, anyway, so I was not seeing them anymore, and I had a girlfriend, and all 4 of us went on vacation to Greece, and it was during the European Cup final, and there was this kind of thing in the air, like, are we all gonna hook up? And it was like the last night of the vacation, and we kind of were all like, yeah, we're going to, and then we sort of, the 4 of us did sort of hook up, and then we were like, okay, to be continued, because we have to watch the European Cup final between England and Italy. And we're in this beautiful Greek village, and everybody's gathered watching it on screens outside.
Nachos
abounding. Abounding?
Sure. Doesn't
Nachos
matter.
abound. And it was so crushing. They lost in the final penalty kick out.
No!
Exactly.
It's always a heartbreaker.
And it was like, we just couldn't hook up after. We were so depressed.
I bet.
It
Your
really
cells were
ruined.
bummed.
Our cells were like, we've lost. the
Fully
European
turned
Cup.
off.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what situation I would be in where I'd be thinking, are we all gonna hook up?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Tig. I go, there's no situation I've been in where I'm like, is everyone thinking what I'm thinking?
Well, would you have your headset on, Fortune?
Yes.
I see you eyeing my headset.
So it sounds like May and I believe that your cells can.
I did too.
I thought you said you couldn't.
No.
Well, with sports specifically,
Oh, with
Tig doesn't
sports.
get revved
Okay.
up.
I don't get revved up. I'm revved up for the nachos and the friends and the conversation and, animals coming in and visiting and,
But isn't that kind of like the when you watch your kids watch a movie or read a book and they get their imaginations are so active that it's like they are feeling it. They're in the story. And I think that's the power of storytelling. Maybe their cells don't really, they're like at Hogwarts in their mind,
Well, should we hear what Jeff has to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
My answer is, I don't think our cells know the difference. I think some of my best experiences never actually happened, but vicariously, I felt as though they did. Therefore, they did.
There
Yeah.
you are.
I think that's right.
Is that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we say
mad
that?
scientist Fortune.
Did we say that?
We were all on the same page with that and a banana. Oh no,
Yeah.
things are really turning around for us.
I know. Are we going to lose all the fizzling friction if all three of us are just on the same page about everything?
Yeah, I really enjoy 2 Against 1.
We'll find plenty of other things that we are not on the same page about.
Also, Jeff's video shows him really looking like he's in a jungle. I mean,
Or
is
he's
he
hiking.
ever just like indoors?
Well, he must be in Fiji a lot because they film 2 seasons a year.
Whoa. 2 seasons a year seems like a lot.
It
Do you
seems like
think
a
he's
lot.
still enjoying it?
Yes, I honestly do.
That's
I hope
awesome.
but I hope that if he's not, I don't ever want to know that. 'Cause I think he's such a big part of it, and he seems really passionate.
There is nothing better to me than, and I've probably said this on here, but I say it all the time, when people love their job,
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel a sense of freedom even when a stranger tells me that they love their job.
A sense of freedom.
Yeah, I love knowing when people feel free and happy and
Yeah.
and
Well, it's such a big part of their life.
huge part. And so if you're happy in your relationship, if you're happy in your job, and I don't know you and you're telling me that, I'm like, I'm so happy to hear that.
That's so
love it.
nice. Yeah.
I love it. I don't care who you are. If you are into that, and exactly what Fortune's saying, this is a massive chunk of your life.
Yeah.
And if you're happy, I don't know why it makes me so happy. It's one of my favorite things to learn about people is that they're happy.
Well, honestly, I think that's why I never got too bummed like in the beginning of my career when I was working so hard and no traction was happening. I was like, well, at least I know what I want to do.
And seriously, no traction was
know it,
happening.
and I know-
Fortune.
yeah,
It was
like nothing
crazy.
was
Like
happening.
Nothing was going on.
Truly nothing. But I thought half the battle was just knowing what to work towards.
Yeah.
And I thought about how many people don't even know what they want to do. And to me, that would have
Absolutely.
been more difficult, aimlessly trying to get success or traction and not even know for what.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I was driving around in a hatchback from like North Dakota to South Dakota to, Idaho, camping between gigs and making $75 a night. And I was like, oh my Lord, have I found a loophole in life? This is magical.
Yeah.
It's, that's why when I think about our kids, if anything they said they were going to do, as long as it was, not illegal and they were going to die for sure, I would be like, I am on your side. If you are excited and passionate.
Yeah. When people light up like that, it's so
Yeah.
contagious.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I love Survivor so much, because it's like I love games and I love escape rooms, and like I can just imagine if I'd created a format like that and my life was just, watching people go through that. Yeah, I think I'd be pretty pumped. Yeah.
Well, and if people are listening that don't love their job, I hope that you can find a way to make a new move or something, because
Or find the joy in it, or like change the job in some way that it suits. Yeah, but oh man, it's hard though, isn't it?
I kind of had to do that with Los Angeles because kind of reached a point where I was not really feeling it anymore. And I was thinking, oh, we should move and give Max and Finn a new start and maybe a safer, cleaner city and, that kind of thing. And then Stephanie and I really talked about it. And it's like, they are so happy.
Right.
They love their school. They love their house. They love their friends. They love their family, their neighbors. They love their neighborhood. And it's like, why would we need to pull them out of here because of these ideas that we've made up? And but it's been fun in the past 6 months for me to have to shift my mind and look at LA all over again in a brand new way.
Yeah, and fall in love with it again.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or for the first time.
Yeah,
we kind of went through that too. I think
did?
a lot of people did, like especially at pandemic times.
For sure.
Are we in the right place? Is this or is life what we thought it would be? Like we thought about some other places and try them on for size, even just like a little mini, like a week or something, and then we kept being like, no. We kept going back to LA, like, no, this is home.
Well, and that was kind of a moment for me where I had to Stephanie was the one that said, I don't want to move. We need to stay here. And I was frustrated at first, but by the next day, I was like, I think you're right.
Yeah, you were like, I'm so relieved, actually, at not having to move.
Well, it wasn't even relieved. It was just, she was right. And she was right. And it was an emotional moment for us. Like we actually teared up because I think she was thankful that I saw that and admitted it to her. Yeah. And it felt good to give that and be like, you are 1,000,000% right. And I was making every move to get us out of here.
I felt like that when I guessed correctly about the chicken crossing the road and you said, you're right. You're like, that's right, man. We both teared up.
We both teared up. Yeah. Well, this was a fun episode.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
It always is, you guys. What a podcast.
What
no
a
mess,
podcast.
no fuss.
And what a guest. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, handsome Jeff.
I hope to meet you one day.
Yeah, I'll see you backstage at SIA again sometime. See you at SIA is what I meant to say.
I'm just going to be trolling those hiking trails looking for you.
Yeah.
Oh, before we promote anything, I want to remind or share with our brand new listeners, the most important thing you can do is subscribe to our podcast. So go find the show online and click the subscribe button. If you don't know how to do it, I don't know, Google it or call Fortune directly and ask her.
Yeah. And go back and listen to old episodes too. There's some good ones. I want to do that. Is that narcissistic?
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be more narcissistic if you fast forwarded every time Fortune and I spoke.
Yeah. I have heard it's guaranteed laughs.
Guaranteed laughs. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You get to see our handsome faces, these pretty little lady handsome faces, and pretty little ladies.
Yeah, and Fortune's shoulder pads today.
My shoulder pads today, and my what would you call this, you guys?
What do we call it? A radio headset.
It's a radio headset with my mic. When I travel, I use this guy.
It's so good looking.
A headset with a microphone attached to it. Can I take your order?
If you're ever shopping at Old Navy or going through a fast food drive-through.
Large khakis to the front. Large khakis to the front.
Oh my God, that would be so fun to go into any store and just get on their microphone and just say large khakis to the front.
Large khakis to the front.
Does anyone have anything coming up?
I just have 2 shows left of my tour. It's a little casino situation, Niagara Falls, New York, July 27th, and August 10th at Charlestown, West Virginia, the Hollywood casino there.
I'm going to be filming in Toronto, like the rest of us, and I'm going to be coming back to Los Angeles and we'll be planning on doing some shows at Dynasty Typewriter in Largo. So go to tignotaro.com if you want to catch me in Los Angeles. And I also have some sporadic shows around, which will also be listed there on the website. And also check out my special, Hello Again. It's on Prime Video. My wife Stephanie directed it, and I think she did a stellar job. And until next time,
Keep
it handsome.
Home shopping season is upon us. Whether you're buying a new home or an existing homeowner, you're going to want to save. Home insurance doesn't have to be a hassle with Allstate.
Check Allstate first, and you could save $574 on your home insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.